So yesterday was the big day, the Modern Warfare reveal, and we talked about a lot of things. The weapons, and my new favorite thing in the game, Gunsmith, or the new Create class. And there's one more thing that I really wanted to talk about because I think it's probably the second best feature that they have updated, and that is the kill streaks. I was super skeptical about this at first, going away from score streaks and back to kill streaks. It seemed like a big step into the past that I really wasn't sure about. But after playing the game, getting my hands on it, I have completely changed my mind. And the reasoning for that is because, first of all, the kill streaks are really damn good. It's been like since Black Ops 2 since we've had actually good score streaks. And on top of that, they're actually fairly reasonable to actually get because it doesn't take that many kills to get good kill streaks. And that's really exciting for me to see. So I thought what we would do today is go through and look at every kill streak in the game. At the end of the video, we're also going to talk about some perks as well that have to do with the kill streaks within game. But without further ado, I'm going to shut up. We're going to dive in and look at every single kill streak within Modern Warfare. So to start things out, the lowest kill streak in the game is for 3 kills, and that is a personal radar. The one thing that you may have noticed from the gameplay throughout the past couple of days is that there is no mini-map within Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So by using the personal UAV, you give yourself basically 30 seconds of a mini-map that has a sweeping radar. But it's just for you. The rest of your team does not get this UAV. So after this, at 4 kills, we start out with a counter UAV. And this is an interesting one because it's pretty powerful. It's not like your normal counter UAV because normally your enemies don't just have a mini-map. So what this actually does is basically disables your entire enemy HUD, as you're seeing here. It kind of makes it scrambled, almost like a system hack from Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. The other thing that you may notice is you actually have to call it in on a specific location on the map, which is the one thing that I think keeps this relatively balanced. After this, you got your normal UAV. This one's pretty straightforward. It's just the UAV, but instead of just you getting it, your entire team gets it. Now, the last 4 kill streak we have is the care package, and this is what I kind of wanted to talk about because the majority of the kill streaks in this game are above 4 kills, which means a lot of the time I found myself getting items that were better than a care package out of the care package. Now, the downside to this is, as you're seeing on screen here, it takes a really long time for the care package to actually come in and get dropped. So you do have to just kind of be standing there waiting, and on top of that, it is possible for an enemy to actually steal it from you. But I do think that once the game actually comes out, or even in the beta, for those players who are kind of new to the game, this is going to be like a go-to streak, because generally speaking, you get some pretty decent streaks out of this thing. The next one is kind of a new one. It's called a cluster strike, and it kind of works like a precision airstrike from previous Call of Duty games. But essentially the way that this one works is you pull out your laser pointer, point it at the location you want your airstrike to be called in, and then boom, a barrage of missiles comes down in that area. And it's pretty decent. I think this is going to be one that's kind of better on like domination, where you can aim it directly at that B flag or something like that. But I think there's definitely some better kill streaks at that 5 spot. Speaking of which, the next one we have here is the cruise missile. This is essentially a Predator missile from previous Call of Duty games. From everything that I understand, you can't actually split it up and cluster the Predator missile like you could in Black Ops. But I think this one's a little bit better. You can control it a little more and potentially get much more kills than you could with that cluster missile that we just talked about. After this, you got the precision airstrike, and this one is once again a little bit different. This time you don't pull out a laser pointer, but rather you pull out some binoculars, look down the field, and you can shoot this wherever you want. And when you do, 2 airplanes will kind of drive by, shooting missiles and also shooting weapons, almost like a strafe run coming down to kill the enemies. Now, I need more playtime to decide which of these is the best. Right now, I think it's the cruise missile just because you have the most control over it. But after we play the game more, then you'll get a better idea as to what the best 5 kill streak is. But all 3 of those that we just talked about are all 5 kill streaks. Moving on to the 7 kill streaks, the first one we got here is called Wilson. No, not Wilson. Wilson, and basically it is the Wally bot, aka the AGR from Black Ops 2. Essentially it's a robot you can drive around, shoot missiles, and shoot a gun at people, and I actually think it's a little bit better. But just keep in mind that this is a 7 kill streak in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. In Black Ops 2, it cost 1,000 score or 10 kills in Team Deathmatch. So a 300 score difference between the games. This is kind of what I mean by it's a lot easier to get kill streaks within Call Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Also, if you're just looking at the gameplay, this thing can frickin' move pretty damn quickly compared to the other AGRs in previous Call of Duty games. Now, the other 7 kill streak is the Infantry Assault Vehicle, aka the tank. Now, this one you call in, it gets dropped in from the sky, and then you can literally drive it around the map, shooting rockets at people, and on top of that, a teammate can get in the top on the 50 cal machine gun and shoot people as well. I was shocked when I saw that this was only a 7 kill streak, but the fact is with the 7 kill streak, you can drive this thing around the entire map. Now, I think the problem and the reason why this is a 7 kill streak is I'm guessing on some of the smaller maps, this thing's going to be pretty difficult to drive around. So I'm guessing that's why it's kind of lower. It just kind of won't really work on some of the maps, but we'll have to wait and see. I don't know that for sure. Moving on to the 8 kill streaks, the first one we got is the Emergency Airdrop. It's back for Modern Warfare 2 with a vengeance. What this is an airdrop that you call in, and instead of giving you 1 care package, it gives you 3. This is a pretty good kill streak. Once again, the big problem with it being there is potential for the enemies to steal your streaks. And of course, you do have to wait for them to be called in. After this is an 8 kill streak that I am by far the most excited about. This is the kill streak I'm most looking forward to using. It is called a VTOL Jet. And basically what this one is you call it in on a specific location, an airstrike comes in, and then it flies back and hovers. No, you were not hearing me wrong. This is basically the Harrier from Modern Warfare 2. The only other game that this has been in was Modern Warfare 2, and it was absolutely beastly. And in this game, it is only an 8 kill streak. In previous games, it probably would have been like a 1,200 to 1,400 point score streak. So this one, like I said, I'm just really excited for this one. And as you are seeing on screen there, you have some control over where it hovers. You can press square and have it patrol a specific location. Moving on to the 10 kill streaks. This one is the Chopper Gunner, and I can't believe that this is only a 10 kill streak. Even back in Modern Warfare 2, this thing was an 11 kill streak. So once again, you call this one in and you can kind of control where you shoot this thing. I think this is going to be a very powerful 10 kill streak. The only downside compared to Modern Warfare 2 is that you don't really get that like thermal vision. The enemies are still in like red little boxes, but they're a little bit more difficult to see. Now up next, once again in that 10 spot, we've got White Phosphorus. Now this is probably one of the most inventive kill streaks added in this game, as we've never really seen anything like this. It's kind of like a chem strike from previous games, but basically you call this one in, you select the path it goes on, and then it drops white phosphorus across the map. If it hits an enemy, it kills them, but on top of that, it also makes the map kind of go all foggy, and it's pretty difficult for your enemies to see anything. Up next at 11 kills, we've got the Support Helo, and this is very similar to another one from Modern Warfare 2, the Pavlo. Basically, it's an attack helicopter that is very strong and a little bit more difficult to take out. Just for an example, the Chopper Gunner is a 10 kill streak, and it takes about 4 to 5 rockets to actually eliminate. The Support Helo is assumably going to have even more health than that, so we'll have to wait and see how many rockets it actually takes, but it appears to be a very strong helicopter. Moving on to the 12 kill streaks, we have the Gunship, aka the AC-130. Very similar to what we've seen before, 3 different types of weapons, the first of which is the 105mm, basically the big explosion, the 40mm, and then finally the 25mm, which is basically a machine gun that you can shoot out of the AC-130. Now, as far as this goes, the one downside, similar to the Chopper Gunner, it once again is not in thermal, making it a little bit more difficult to see enemies, but they are surrounded with that red box that we've seen before. Next, the other 12 kill streak is the Advanced UAV. So this is one people are always asking for. And as far as the Advanced UAV goes in this game, it is a sweeping Advanced UAV. So it's not constantly active, and you can't consistently see where the enemies are looking, but once it sweeps, it shows you that direction that they are looking. Kind of like a normal UAV, but it just shows you the direction. I think some people will be upset about this. A lot of people like when it's constantly active, but this one we are seeing here is not. And then the final kill streak, the highest kill streak in the game as of right now. It is a 15 kill streak, and it is the Juggernaut. So this one I actually did manage to get in game, and what you do is you call it in similar to a care package. It gets dropped in, and then you picked it up. So it can potentially be stolen by an enemy, but once you pick it up, you put on the Juggernaut suit, and you move extremely slowly, but you've got a minigun. So the real big downside to this one is you move just so slow, and it's very easy for your enemies to shoot you. You're also carrying a minigun that takes a little while to ramp up, but it's got a lot of ammo and it kills people insanely quickly. The first time I had it, I didn't realize how long it took to boot up that minigun. So you can see a lot of the times I'm not quite shooting when I probably should be. So it's a little bit difficult to use, but once you get used to it, it should be a good kill streak. Do I think it's the top kill streak in the game? Probably not, but it is going to be fun to use. Now, there is one that is not listed here, but was shown in the trailer for Call of Duty Modern Warfare at the multiplayer reveal, and that is, of course, at the very end, they show off the tactical nuke. Very similar to what we've seen before in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, it appears to completely blow up the map and end the game. The question is this going to be a regular kill streak that you have to select, or a kill streak that is just always on and you can only get using gun kills? At this point, I'm not 100% sure. No one really knows because no one's actually got it yet. And on top of that, at this point, we don't even know. It could be a 25 kill streak. It could be a 30 kill streak. No one really knows. So I guess all we can do is wait to see. Now, there are two perks that have to do with kill streaks. The first of which is Hardline. This one's pretty straightforward. It's been the same in many Call of Duty games. Essentially, it takes one less kill to get your kill streaks. So instead of 8 kills to get a VTOL or a Harrier, it is now going to be 7 kills if you're using Hardline. The other one that is really cool and kind of new to the game is called Kill Chain. This one makes it so your kill streaks actually stack. So say, for example, you get 5 kills and get your cruise missile or a predator missile, whatever you want to call it. Call that in, and your cruise missile gets 2 kills. Instead of just being on a 5 kill streak, you are now on a 7 kill streak, and those count towards your next kill streak. So by getting that predator missile or cruise missile, you could then go ahead right after that and get your 7 kill streak like a tank. Otherwise, you are just stuck with weapon kills only. Those are all of the kill streaks within Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and I think they did a pretty good job with them. There's a lot of really good kill streaks that appear to be pretty easy to get. For example, the max score streak in this game is 15 kills for the Juggernaut, but if you're looking at the Gunship, it is only 12 kills to get the Gunship, whereas in Black Ops 4, it was 1,700 score or 17 kills in Team Deathmatch. That is an absolutely massive difference. But like I said, that is every kill streak in the game. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say, so let me know what you think down in the comments. Also, if you enjoy this video, it's always appreciated if you hit that like button. And of course, I'll be keeping you up to date on everything Modern Warfare, so if you want to stay up to date, make sure you hit that subscribe button and have notifications turned on. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.
Listen.